Sorry about the noise behind me. Looks like they're doing some maintenance around the lake. But I'm here at my local day ticket again. It's only 10 minutes away from home. I haven't fished for months, so I'm really pleased to be back on the bank. I've got everything set up and ready to roll. It's the 5th of January, so it's proper winter fishing. Not that cold though, which is good. And I've got 3 rods out in the lake. Well, I say 3 rods out in the lake. I'm now down to 2 because I've actually caught one within the first hour and a half of getting started. So really good signs, really good fish as well. I'm really chuffed with this one. And so I'm going to get it out of the water now. It's just resting in the margins in the net, and show you the fish. And then I'll show you around camp quickly and how I'm set up and where I'm fishing. So without further ado, let me grab that fish and hold it up for the camera. Really gorgeous looking fish, this one. I'm so chuffed with it. It's a ghosty common. 14.5 pounds exactly, so 14.8. And have a look at this for a brilliant winter capture. Absolutely chuffed with that one. What a gorgeous beast. 14.5 pounds of pure muscle. Really hard. This was from my left-hand rod, which is fished out to the margins of the island in the centre of the lake, which I'll show you just shortly. But nobody can grumble at that one, eh? What a fish. Show you the other side, and then I'll slip him back. How's about that then? So chuffed with this one, especially after such a long break away from fishing. Now I've landed myself an absolute perler. Beautiful. I'll slip this one back and then I'll show you around and how and where I'm fishing. Magic. What a fish. So if you're interested, here's what I'm doing and here's what caught me that fish. To start with, I've got my 3 rods here on my brand new Signet Quick Lock Deluxe rod pod, which I got for Christmas. Well happy with it. Lovely bit of kit. And I'm fishing alongside these reeds. To my right here, I've got 2 baits, one right off the edge of the reeds and one a little bit further out into the pond. Both have had some bait over the top in the form of some Vitalin ground bait mix and some boilies. And my 3rd rod, my left-hand rod, is fished out here, right on the edge of this island that we can see out here. And that's the one that's produced the result just now. So I think I better not hang around and get a bait back out there. Before I do though, just show you around. Here's the swim. There's my wet net on the floor after just catching that one and doing a little bit of photography. And around here is home for the night. I'm here for 24 hours. Looking forward to it. Really buzzed about catching that first fish. And I'll catch you again soon, I hope. I'm dead chuffed about that fish. That was magic. Really chuffed. It's been a couple of months since I've been out fishing, so to get a bend in the rod and such a pretty carp was really great. I'm just going to quickly show you the rig that I'm using because I know some will be interested. I've stuck to the same thing on all 3 rods. I didn't want to complicate things and start second guessing myself. I've decided to stick same tactics on 3 rods, just in different locations really, and I'm going to perhaps have a bit of a change of location based on that capture, because I know in winter in the cold water apparently fish don't move around that much, so if there's one out there by that island there might be more. So I think I may reposition a rod in a moment or two. Before I do, this is what's on the business end. Let me just swing this camera around. So there it is. It's a snowman rig. That's a Nash Candy Nut Crush boilie topped with a krill white chocolate pop-up, a size 7 Fang X hook, small section of stripped back braid there, it's coated braid, through to a anti-tangle sleeve and a ring swivel, and all of that is just clipped onto a standard leg clip system and then pinged out there into the blue. Well, it's turned into a beautiful evening out here. I say evening, early evening, it's 3 o'clock. Show you around inside. Over here on my right hand side, got my tackle bag, tackle box, bait bag just down here. Here's my gas canister and stove and kettle and my ridge monkey for cooking my food. And over this side I've got my food bag, my water and what have you. Here's bed, which is a new sleeping bag which I got for Christmas. 5 season affair, so it should be nice and toasty. And that's where I'm going to be spending the night. As for now though, in the day, really beautiful out here. Sun's just thinking about going down over here. And out here is where I'm fishing, with every chance of another bite. I think I've got all the baits positioned just as I'd like them to be, and if I'm lucky, one of those will produce another fish for me. We'll have to wait and see. In any event, if I didn't catch anything else, I'd be really chuffed that I caught that one earlier, but wouldn't it be sweet to get one more? It's 5 o'clock, I've just had another fish, a lovely dark coloured little mirror carp, which I caught from the rod, which is alongside those reeds that I showed you earlier. I basically rebaited all 3 rods, put fresh baits on the rigs and then recast all 3 rods. All were just right, I think. I was happy with them, and I was thinking that was it. I was going to be leaving them for the night. As you can see, it's pitch black out here now. I'm in total darkness. But I got the rods where I wanted them to be just before darkness fell. There was just a little bit of daylight left. I turned around to pack some things away, ready for the night, and sure enough, that rod by the reeds just ripped around. I had put some more bait in at the same time just before casting out, and maybe that was enough to instigate the bite, but it worked, and the fish dragged me right into the reeds, but with steady pressure and just trying to keep my cool, the fish eventually swam out and into the net. Not a massive fish, maybe 4 or 5 pounds. Maybe a bit more than that, 5-6 pounds maybe, but cracking little fish, really great to get another one. 2 carp on my first session in goodness knows how long, so I'm really chuffed, and just looking forward to see what comes during the night. You never know, I might be in store for another one. Unfortunately, I couldn't get any proper footage of that carp that I caught because the light level's just too low, and I'm only recording on my mobile phone. But I did take some snaps on my good camera, and I'll insert an image or 2 of the little fella here for you to see. Well, whether this is going to come out at all in this sort of darkness, I don't know, but I thought I'd give it a go because I've just caught a lovely ghostly common again, a bit smaller than the last one, at just a fraction under 8 pounds. I think I'd go as far as to say it was 7 pounds 15 ounces, so really close to the 8 pound mark, but a cracking fish, real stunner again. Looks like the baby brother of the big one I caught earlier actually, but it was my left hand rod again, just screamed off. I was sat on the bed chair watching a bit of recorded TV on my phone, and off it went. The hook holds have been really good, by the way, for all 3 fish. These snowman rigs with the size 7 fang hook, I'm really impressed with, and it's something that I'm going to stick with because I'm getting a lot more confidence in it, as the hook holds have been really just, back in the mouth, not right on the outside of the lip, back in the mouth a little way, and really nailed. So I'm pleased to have found a rig that I can have a bit of confidence in. That's 3 fish hooked, 3 fish landed so far, so touch wood, it'll keep going that way. Let me get this fish out of the water and hold it up for the camera. I don't think the images are going to be great, but hopefully we'll be able to see something. Okay, ladies and gents, there she is. Nearly 8 pounds of angry, ghosty common. Really pretty fish, I'm sure you'll agree. And I'm absolutely chuffed to have caught 3 fish this session. This one's number 3. And now I'm going to pop her back in the lake, put some fresh bait on that rig if the hook is sharp enough. If not, I'll have to tie up a new one, because I only have a few rigs with me. But when you're catching fish like these, it's totally worth it. Come on, pal. Time for you to go back. I've had a little flurry of activity since I last caught up with you. After I'd slipped back that nearly 8 pound fish, I caught another fish which you would have almost thought was the same fish. They were almost identical, except this one was a little bit lighter in weight at bang on the nose, 7 pounds. Lovely looking fish. Another one of these ghosties, there must be a lot in here. Another beep there. After that 7 pounder, oh sorry, I'm just looking at my alarm receiver. After that 7 pounder I just mentioned, I then almost immediately got another run, and this time it was a lovely 10 pound proper common carp, not a ghosty, real golden common of 10 pounds, lovely fish. I didn't try to film either. It's not coming out very well in this darkness, of course, but I did get some stills, and I will put the stills of both fish there. So that brings my tally now to, I believe, for this session, 5 fish. So I started with the 14.5 pound fish, then I had a fish of about 5 or 6 pounds, then I had a fish of 8 pounds nearly, then I had a fish of 7 pounds bang on, then I had a fish of 10 pounds. So that's 5 fish. For someone who hasn't been out fishing for a long time, that's amazing. I'm absolutely chuffed to bits, and long may it continue. I won't be able to keep this up for too long. I'm absolutely knackered already, but I'll keep going as long as I can and see if I can catch some more. It's been fantastic. It's now 9 o'clock. It started really raining like torrential out there, almost to the point where I'm hoping I don't get a bite now, because if I go out there I'm going to get drenched, but I still would. Since I last caught up with you, when I believe the tally was at 5 fish for this session, I caught another one, another common carp, this time on the right hand rod near the reeds. It's been a bit of a sort of equal mix between the island rods and the reed rod in terms of number of fish. So I'm really pleased that I've got the areas, the locations right for catching. Who knows, if I was somewhere else maybe I'd catch more, but you know, 6 fish in a session is pretty good in my book, so I'm well chuffed. The last fish, the common, was 8 pounds on the nose, like bang on, just like that 7 pounder was bang on. So great news, really. I'm going to wait for this particular torrential downpour to abate, and then I might actually bring the rods in and retire for the evening. I'm pretty tired, and I do need to watch that. I've got a health condition, which means I shouldn't get overtired, and if I'm up and down all night hauling fishing, it's probably not going to be great for my health, although I would love to catch all those fish, that's for sure. In any case, even if I do bring the rods in, I'll be up bright and early. I'll put a bit of bait out, and I'll try and snare another one in daylight so I can do some filming to wrap this particular session up and this particular video up. If you're still watching, thanks very much, and if I don't catch up with you before, I'll see you in daylight. Well, that's it, 24-hour session in the depth of winter, 5th of January, and I caught 7 carp. I'm going to stick to those tactics, I think, in future, because they were really successful this time. I know there's times when you should change things up, but if I'm at this lake and if I'm at this spot, then that's what I'll be doing for sure. Maybe I'll have to change things if I go elsewhere. It was brilliant to catch those fish. Great to get back out here after such a long time. And just before I sign off and say cheerio, I just want to give a shout out to my nephew, Aaron Stride. I promised I would. He's got his own YouTube channel and he's a fantastic lad. All the best, guys. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you on the bank sometime. Cheers.